So today we are going to start with the fasciculus gracilis, that is tract of Gall, and fasciculus cuneatus, that is tract of Burdach. This is one of the very important sensory tract. So one thing that is necessary to understand here in this tract, here I will just draw a rough diagram here. This is the transverse section of spinal cord. Okay, here this is the gray matter which is situated centrally, and outside which is situated is the white matter. Just a rough diagram I am drawing. And here if you see, here this this white matter, it is totally divided into two portions. Here there is a posterior median sulcus, and here there is a anterior median fissure. Okay, and this is the anterior white column, this one is the lateral white column, and this one is the posterior white column. Okay, now this posterior white column, here at the center there is a posterior median sulcus, and here there is a posterior intermediate sulcus. This one is the posterior intermediate sulcus which is there in the posterior white column. In case of cervical and upper thoracic segments of spinal cord, what happens in this posterior white column is divided by this posterior intermediate sulcus into two portions. Here this whole is the posterior white column, this whole is the posterior white column. This posterior white column is divided by this posterior intermediate sulcus, which divides this posterior white column into two portions. The medial portion is called as fasciculus gracilis, and the lateral portion is called as fasciculus cuneatus. Okay, the medial portion is called as fasciculus gracilis, and lateral portion is called as fasciculus gracilis. So this fasciculus gracilis and fasciculus cuneatus, that is the tract of Gall and tract of Burdach, they are situated here in this posterior white column of cervical and upper thoracic segments. Here these two tracts, fasciculus gracilis are also known as tract of Gall, and fasciculus cuneatus are also known as tract of Burdach here. Okay, now the first order neuron for this tract is situated in the posterior root ganglia, and second order neuron is situated in the nucleus gracilis and nucleus cuneatus. These two nuclei are present in the medulla oblongata. And the third order neuron for this tract is situated in the ventral posterolateral nucleus of thalamus. Okay, now here in case of this tract, fasciculus gracilis and fasciculus cuneatus, here the posterior root ganglia will receive the sensory impulses. This posterior root ganglia will receive the sensory impulses of touch receptor particularly. So because this tract is mainly concerned with sensation of touch, here different types of sensation of touch receptors are received here. So this posterior root ganglia will receive these impulses, and then the fibers will enter into the spinal cord, and these fibers will ascend upward. Here you can see these fibers are ascending upward here. Fasciculus cuneatus and fasciculus gracilis, these two fibers are ascending upward here. These fibers are ascending upward through the posterior white column, but these fibers, they do not form any synapse in the spinal cord. There is no second order neuron inside this spinal cord itself. Continuously these fibers are ascending upward, and these fibers, this fasciculus gracilis contains the fibers from lower extremities and the lower parts of the body, that is from sacral, lumbar and lower thoracic ganglia. And fasciculus cuneatus, it contains the fibers from upper part of the body, that is from upper thoracic and cervical ganglia. Here you can see the red colored one are the fasciculus gracilis, and the blue colored fibers are the fasciculus cuneatus. Okay, they are situated, fasciculus cuneatus is situated laterally, and fasciculus gracilis is situated medially in the posterior white column. Now when these fibers are ascending upward here, The second order neuron is present in the medulla oblongata now. The second order neuron is present in the medulla oblongata. These fibers of fasciculus gracilis, they terminate in the nucleus gracilis of medulla oblongata, which is present in the medulla oblongata. And fibers of fasciculus cuneatus, they will terminate in the nucleus cuneatus of medulla oblongata. So axons of these fibers they form the internal arcuate fibers. Here you can see these fibers are both fibers of fasciculus gracilis and fasciculus cuneatus. They are terminating in the nucleus gracilis and nucleus cuneatus respectively of medulla oblongata. Then these fibers will ascend upward, and these fibers will form internal arcuate fibers. You can see here these are they are forming internal arcuate fibers here. These internal arcuate fibers from both the sides, they will cross the midline, and then they will ascend upwards through pons and midbrain as medial lemniscus. They are ascending upward like medial lemniscus. So these fibers of medial lemniscus, finally they will terminate in the ventral posterolateral nucleus of thalamus. So the third order neuron is formed by the ventral posterolateral nucleus of thalamus. So these fibers now from this ventral posterolateral nucleus of thalamus, they will finally terminate in the sensory area of cerebral cortex. They will finally reach to the sensory area of cerebral cortex. So this is about the course of this particular